Baby, what is up? This is Michelle from Credit Masters. I hope you guys are doing okay. If you're looking to purchase a house, I'm going to give you 3 tips to look out for. The first and foremost, do not be cheap. Do not think that you can do it on your own. Do not think that you can look through all of these contracts. I am telling you that you should definitely get a realtor. A realtor is your best friend. They are your right-hand partner. They're looking out for your best needs. They're looking into contracts, and they know the market. They know brokers. They know in and out of that property and in that region. So definitely realtor up, right? They're looking out for your best interest. And if they're not, guess what? Fire them. Get a new one, right? It's not a big deal. Grant Cardone, Mr. Grant Cardone has realtors purchasing his properties and brokers purchasing his properties. He's not doing this by himself. You need a team to succeed, right? The second one would be if your credit score is under 650, do not run your credit at all with a mortgage company. And here's why. Because if you do that, you would be impacted between 5 to 6 points because your credit score is not what they're looking for, right? And this has happened to my clients before. In addition to that, you would have 3 hard inquiries on your credit file because you did that. So some mortgage companies, they won't look out for you. They just want to close the deal and get paid again. So you want to look into that. Get Credit Karma. It's free. Identity IQ, my partners, I can drop the links. You want to look into see if your credit score is where it should be. And say, for example, if you go into a Bank of America, to get that $17,000 loan towards closing your property, as soon as you tell them that your credit score is under 650, they would stop the process and tell you, go find a credit repair person or work on your credit. They would not process anything. Some banks don't. Some mortgage companies do not do that. They would literally run your credit and they would screw it up even more, right? The third thing is home buyers just underestimate the cost and the value and the effort that goes into closing a property. For example, you would need 3 to 10% down depending on the house, rooms, bathrooms, location, whatever you're looking for. The dollar amount of the property, $500,000. If you're looking for a rental, if it's a first-time home buyer, it would be 0 to 3% down. Sometimes 5% if it's conventional. Okay, then you also need a appraisal. So for example, right now the market is hot. They're asking $500,000. An appraiser goes in and say the house is worth $400,000. If the seller is not willing to budge, you would have to find another $100,000 to close that deal out of pocket. The bank is not covering that. The other thing is that now you have to find closing fees. So that would be between 8 to 17K depending on the dollar amount of the property that you're looking into. So let's kind of recap. If you're going to close a property, let's say it's $500,000, the appraiser, you would pay between $300 to $600 to go appraise that house. The appraiser comes back and say, hey, that house is not worth $500,000, it's worth $400,000. Your realtor goes to that seller and say, hey, the house is appraised for $400,000. What are we going to do? The seller says, screw you, I'm still keeping it at $500,000. If you really love that house and you have it in your savings, you now have to come out of pocket that $100,000 for that, plus closing costs, plus appraisal. Do your homework, get a realtor, close the deal. This is Michelle from Credit Masters. Have a good one. Peace out.